With a new patch on the horizon, time is running out for some of the pets that are being nerfed if you want to complete certain challenges. And one of them that has been on my list for a very long time, and I'd kind of accepted I was never going to complete it, is going ladybugs only. Now, for a long time, this was just sort of theoretical. Was it possible to win? And there were a few really good attempts on EFFO's channel, which I'll link below. And I think he got 8 or 9 wins. And after that, SuperAutoGaming took up the mantle, and he managed to deliver a full 10-win run with ladybugs only. And one of the strats that he uses in the video is pilling flamingo, and you can see there pill counts as a food item. So when you pill something, the ladybugs still get the temporary stats, which is very important for maximizing your scaling early, because you really have to try and win this challenge as fast as humanly possible. And you can see here I'm thinking about freezing the ant as well, because I could pill that. It wouldn't be quite as good as flamingo, but anything would be worthwhile. And you're really kind of dependent on the RNG of the food shops here to give you stuff that not only gives the ladybugs temporary stats, but also, you know, has some kind of benefit down the line, like apple, salad. Because if you keep getting meat bone over and over again, I mean, you can obviously feed the pet the same food twice, but the scaling is going to fall off so hard that we need every stat we can get. And you can see there I freeze the ant, but actually get a flamingo on the next roll. So I'll unfreeze it. And unfortunately, Pack 2 is not really very good for doing challenges, in my opinion, because there are so many tall scaling pets, and you can see there we got demolished by one giant ladybug. I mean, possibly partly the reason why it's being nerfed. So I should say that what they're doing is they're changing Ladybug to only give attack instead of both attack and health, which I'm perfectly fine with. It's a tier 1, it shouldn't be possible to win the whole game using only that tier 1. It just clearly shows that the ability is too strong. So we're doing okay here. We're on turn 7 and we've got 5 wins. Ideally you would want to race to a 10 out of 10 win, but that's probably asking too much of the RNG. And there are so many. So as I was saying, there are so many tall scaling pets. So you've got llama, you've got puppy, you've got bison, and buffalo. And then on top of that, you've also got butterfly, which lets people replicate their tall scaled pets. And really, you're probably very unlikely to have more than one very large unit with ladybugs, unless you get 2 level 2s very, very early. So here I've got turtle frozen there because I'm thinking about pilling to try and get the melon, but we're rapidly approaching the later rounds where I'll be able to get melon anyway. And they get 2 ladybugs in the shop despite having a second ladybug in the shop, despite having 2 units frozen. So I'm just going to combine here to get the level 2 and hope that the extra stats I get on that will be enough to push through for the win. Now, yeah, this turn is super unfortunate, because if that owl, the person was obviously going for the owl achievement, and if that owl had had 1 less attack, I would have won that round. I suppose it was lucky enough that I was going against the 4 squad with an owl in the first place, but still, when you look back at these, you think, what could have been? So we're very lucky, however, on this turn, because we go against the bison team, which failed to find a level 3 unit, and so hadn't scaled up yet. So now turn 11, it's going to become increasingly difficult to avoid any teams that don't have multiples of llama, bison, puppy, buffalo, and butterfly, because, well, here we were kind of lucky. We ended up facing a scaling team and then just winning with the bee at the end. But the clock is ticking. The further we go, the less likely it is to avoid those kinds of units. And we only have one melon, and all our other units are really kind of small, so they need steak as soon as possible. Freeze the cow for next turn. Possibly should have just bought it that turn, because there might not have been a next turn. And one of the other problems with Pack 2 is that you've obviously got weakness. So there's microbe. Microbe will just destroy you, and bat as well. And luckily there, our melon unit didn't get hit by the weakness. So freeze up the 2 sushi in the unlikely event that we draw going into the final battle. And obviously one of the other issues is that you only have a 4 squad for almost the whole game. And we have a 4 squad here, and of course they have double llama, and we've got no chance. So, I mean, I was still pretty happy with getting 9 wins. That's my best ever. I'd had a bunch of 8 wins, but 9 was as far as I've ever gone. So I'll take it. But the more remarkable thing about that run was that it immediately was followed by this run. And again, it's Pack 2, and I find a couple of early dromedaries, so I decide that I'm going to scale the dog using Bacta. So we get another dromedary, and I'll get 3 now. And as we always say with Bacta games, you just want to be as greedy as possible, and keep the dromedaries in the team as long as you can. And here I've got full hearts, so I'm perfectly happy to just take a bunch of losses and stack lots of buffs onto the 2 frozen dogs. So I think we're going to lose this one, but that's perfectly fine. You just accept that you're going to lose the rounds, and if you win or draw, it's a bonus. And we're getting +3/+3 now. Now, normally I wouldn't combine dromedaries there, I would just get rid of the ant, but luckily I find an extra dromedary to combine there. I think about the caterpillar maybe just to get some free level ups, but I change my mind and just go give the turtle meat bone. And turtle will, even if you've got 4 squad, turtle will carry you pretty far as long as you don't go up against opposing turtles. And you can see now we just buy some cans as well, get the dog stats are just, getting buffed way faster than they would be with buy sell. Maybe not way faster. I guess if you leveled them up, they would maybe keep up. But we happen to win that round, so we get another round of scaling, and just buff the dromedary to give us a little bit more chance of winning again, and buy another can. And the dogs are now getting reasonably sizable, but remember, as with the Ladybug Run, this is a tall scaling pack, so there are going to be level 2 llamas and so on that are getting +4/+4 by themselves every turn, and you always come to a point where you have to decide if you're going to sell your dromedaries and buy the frozen units. And in retrospect, I don't think I should have done it here, because I can still take 2 more losses before I'm on lethal, and I don't know why I bought them. I probably just should have kept them another round, frozen another round, because moving to the buy sell scaling is doing nothing in comparison. You get the 3 stats, it looks nice, but that is no substitute for the +3/+3 that the dromedaries were giving me. But fortunately we go up against this team that has no melon, so we're gonna beat them quite easily. I think it probably is possible to get a 5-dog win, normally, rather than either having to use dromedary or chicken, or just using the regular buy-sell scaling. But it would probably involve getting multiple level 2 dogs very early, and then also lucking out and finding multiple dogs at the end. So here I am. I'm putting the chocolate on the turtle because what I want to do is get a level 2 turtle and then pill it before I sub in the frozen dogs. In fact, I maybe didn't mention that already, but obviously I'm trying to go for a full dog win. I've had a few runs where I've had 4 dogs and just couldn't find another one. But then rapidly the scaling just tails off at the end, and you find that you're also hoping to find a dog and then stake to give the dog, the very weak dog that you're buying, some kind of effectiveness. You can see here I settle for putting meat bone on the 3rd dog, and I think we win this one as well. Yep, just very fortunate that the hatching chick only has 8 attack there. And here I make a massive mistake because I didn't notice that the chocolate spawned in the other food slot. So if my whole plan was to get a level 2 turtle and pill it, and I missed the opportunity to do so there. So now I'm in a situation where my scaling is just completely gone. I bought 1 pizza, and then we're just hoping to face weak teams. And thankfully that one had... actually, no, we get annihilated here. What am I talking about? Maybe we would have had a chance if I hadn't screwed up with the turtle pill, but I don't want to go back and check because it would be too painful. So we're just buying food, and now I'm just going to rearrange slightly to put the 2nd biggest dog 3rd, almost as if it had a melon and I was trying to dodge chili. But this is extremely unfortunate here, where the tabby cat has exactly the right attack to kill the big dog outright, because if it has 31, I think if I did my maths correctly, that would have either been a win or a draw. And here I'm just rolling down, hoping for a melon, but we get steak instead, so I'll take it. And just hope that we go against some weird team that doesn't have the usual suspects. But unfortunately it's llama. And level 2 llama, just another 1 HP break there. I think the eagle, level 2 eagle in the back would have taken care of us anyway. So I just thought it was unusual that I had those 2 runs back to back, and you can see here the history just to show that they were on the same day. So if you want to take on the Mono Ladybug challenge or the 5 dog challenge, then you probably need to do it now because time is running out.